Hello. There's a growing tendency of reverse globalization wherein we are finding the phenomenon that countries are building walls, not bridges. But there is an exception that India and Bangladesh have successfully built a Maitri Setu wherein that trade and commerce will be paramount factors and not the walls but bridges which will connect the countries and countries' interests. And let's look at this Maitri Setu and why it is so important for India's developmental story, as well as it is considered to be the gateway for the northeastern development. Also, it will play an important role for Bangladesh development by providing it an access to Bhutan and Nepal markets, and also to the markets of Northeast, because that connectivity is the key for trade, commerce, and also economic prosperity. Let's see what this Maitri Setu is. Maitri Setu is a bridge. It is nothing but a bridge which is built between Tripura and Bangladesh, and the subroom town of Tripura and Ramgarh of Bangladesh, which connects 1.9 kilometer bridge which connects between two towns. And this town is means this bridge is built on the river Feni, and which actually it's a downflowing river from India to Bangladesh. And basically, with construction of this bridge, we will have a very good connectivity with Bangladesh. At the same time, we will have an access for the Chittagong port. That means that time of travel as well as the burden of travel can be reduced. Right now, we need to travel, that is direct route access, that is direct land route access is through this chicken neck, and we have to pass through multiple states in order to reach to Tripura if we are traveling within India itself. But with this case, with the construction of this bridge, we will have an access to Bangladesh, wherein Chittagong port will be given for us to, that can be used. And when that can be used, we can send most of the things, including cargoes, food supplies, and emergency supplies, and whatever it may be, through Bay of Bengal to Chittagong. From Chittagong, we have that direct connectivity. Ramgarh, or what you say, subroom, is just 80 kilometers. That means we can reduce up to thousands of kilometers together in a single bridge. That is why this bridge plays a very important role. At the same time, this bridge will be seen as a gateway for not just Tripura but also for whole of Northeast, for the simple reason this bridge, this direct route link, will help in getting access to Bangladesh market, as well as this Bangladesh, not just Bangladesh, through Bangladesh we can go to Myanmar. We can also have that access of Southeast Asia. Of course, we share three states we share boundary with Myanmar. That is not a big deal. Not just Myanmar, I'm just saying in perspective. And also the most important factor with respect to this, so with Feni and building a bridge over Feni. Feni acts as a natural border between India and Bangladesh, but Feni will also act as the deepening of people-to-people relationship, at the same time trade and commerce. And Bangladesh will have access to Nepal's and Bhutan's market, but this place, this subroom and Tripura, southern parts of Tripura, will be able to grow, for the simple reason there will be demand. That trade will flourish. In that case, there going to be some economic hubs, economic developmental activities which is going to happen, and in turn it will certainly help the growth and prosperity of Tripura and Northeast. Of course, you should observe some of the key facts, that Tripura is the energy surplus and little water deficit during summers, but this Feni bridge will help in socio-economic conditions of the people in improving this condition. And the name Maitri Setu symbolizes growing bilateral relations and friendly ties between India and Bangladesh. And 1.9 kilometers bridge Sabrum to Ramgarh was started in the year 2010 and completed in the year 2021 March. And let me also tell you that project cost was 133 crores, and it was built by National Highway Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited of which works under this corporation limited, which works under the Ministry of Highways, the Government of India. And with this inauguration, Tripura is set to become the gateway of Northeast for the simple reason infrastructure, governance, commerce and employment is going to be boosted, and at the same time that indirectly and directly helps in boosting the economy and growth and development. So it will reduce the distance by 80 kilometers for the simple reason we will get an access to Chittagong port. With respect to Myanmar, we also get Seatway port project, through which using Seatway port we will have an access to Mizoram and other places. And most importantly, we must also understand that using port of other countries, which will act as very essential when you have very not so smooth road connectivity and not so smooth direct connectivity. We are doing the same strategy with respect to Afghanistan. We are using Iran's Chabahar port to reach to Afghanistan, because even though we share a border, but Pak occupied Kashmir is a hurdle for the direct connectivity with Afghanistan. Hence, we need to go through sea to Iran, and through Chabahar port we will have the rail and road connectivity. So that's a strategy. And with respect to Feni river, I must say that acts as a natural border, and there is no water sharing agreement with respect to Feni. Of course, we have with Ganga and other Farakka and all, we all know that with West Bengal and Bangladesh. But with respect to Feni, there is no such thing. Basically in Tripura, there are reports saying that groundwater is contaminated with iron. Hence, we may need to have some good fresh water availability around Tripura for the simple reason that around 7,000 to 10,000 people can be benefited out of it. And most importantly, that in 2019 there was a secretary level meeting which was held with respect to Joint Rivers Commission JRC in Dhaka, wherein they had collected data and they actually prepared a water sharing agreement plan. And with respect to 7 rivers, that is Manu, Muhri, Khowai, Gumti, Dharla, Dudh Kumar and Feni. See, what will happen is that surplus water will be transferred to deficit region or deficit water region, so that it can be mutually beneficial and mutually win-win situation. In that case, even Tripura may get benefited as well as Bangladesh, certain regions of Bangladesh. See this Ramgarh to Sabrum, and most importantly, there is going to be an integrated checkpost which will help in tracking if there is any illegitimate activity or if there is a infiltration in that bridge area only. And things to know very importantly, Bangladesh is the largest neighbor or largest border which India shares, that is around 4,096 kilometers, and we share with 5 states: West Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. And when I heard the name Operation Maitri Setu, I remembered that Operation Maitri we had conducted in 2015 to help the rescue operation during the earthquake in Nepal. And Sampriti and Bongo Sagar. Sampriti is the joint military exercise between India, Bangla, and Bongo Sagar is joint naval exercise between India, Bangla with respect to this anti-terrorism and etc. So Bangla Liberation War 1971, this is India helped them, and Amar Sonar Bangla is the national anthem written by Rabindranath Tagore, because Bangla was also once upon a time part of undivided India. We must understand and we must realize the fact that one or the other day it is I don't know, but economically we are going to be connected. That's all I can say. So jute is the region, jute is the product which can be cherished and we can become the global leaders. Already we are producing maximum Bangladesh and India, and still we can become leaders compared to synthetic and other materials. So it is in the Ganga Brahmaputra delta, which is very natural for this. And also through 100th Indian Constitutional Amendment Act, we have settled land boundary agreement with respect to Bangladesh. We gave certain enclaves to Bangla, we received certain enclaves. So wherein we actually settled historic dispute with respect to border. and it was pertaining with respect to land border. And then the challenges we have, the terrorism, we need to be having a deep relationship with respect to counter terrorism. And then there is a radicalism threat, there is a Rohingya infiltration, there was, and we don't know, it is still going on. They say there are reports, but Rohingya is also a threat, because too much of Rohingya infiltrating within our territories is always a threat to locals. So, and also Myanmar crisis, what is happening in Myanmar will be a destabilizing aspect, and also regional instability will lead to some repercussions in the neighboring states. And Bangladesh and India share direct border with Myanmar, hence it is also a direct threat or direct challenge. And then the cross-border infiltration from Bangladesh to India is always a challenge. And Chinese investment deepening in what do you say, Bangladesh, it's concern for India, because China is trying to create an arc against India, be it in Nepal, be it in Bangladesh, be it in Sri Lanka, wherever it finds feasible. Hence, India have to move fast, steadfast, and make sure that Bangladesh is not entangled in the Chinese web, so that it will start acting against the interest of India, so that if we move fast, and if we deepen our ties and connections and trade, commerce, etc., with Bangladesh, settle the issues whatever it may be, in that case we can mutually grow together without harming each other. Peaceful rise is always a good thing, and we have the opportunities like SARC bloc, BIMSTEC bloc, Bay of Bengal initiative, and also blue economy. Blue economy is the new rising thing with respect to sea potential. And also we have the noble thoughts and noble values of shared growth, common history. We do have the colonial past, and I had already said Bangladesh is part of India once upon a time in the undivided history. And also the potential future, and 21st century belongs to Asia. We all know we are already showing the goodwill of providing them the medicine, hydroxychloroquine, or vaccines right now. And also we have SARC satellite, which is helping the neighbors. But fact of the matter, much we have 600 million trade with them, whereas we are trade surplus. That is also one of the kind thing. And the future must be growth, what do you say, the cherishment of mutual growth, as well as shared growth. That should be the key idea. And India has the highest potential to grow. At the same time, if India can grow to that level, Bangladesh too can grow to that level. But only thing it is needed is that when India is saying neighborhood first and acting east, Bangladesh must also reciprocate with the same inertia and same interest, so that there is no going to be any stoppage on India and the parts of Bangladesh, so that mutual growth is always a step towards making sure that 21st century is always belongs to Asia without any hindrances. And regional groupings always have that ratio of success, highest success, because you look at the European, you look at the Latin America, Africa, or North America, wherever it may be, regional groupings have always flourished, and also they were able to face the challenges of global crisis. At least there will be a cushioning effect. And India, with respect to SARC and other aspects, also with respect to Bangladesh, we have that very good structure. We must make sure that that is going to be unleashed to the next level. And also this bridge must be a path breaking one, also a transformative one in creating a new chapter between the India and Bangladesh relations. Hope this was like started like a small bridge aspect, and also it ended with geopolitics and other aspects, economy, politics, socio-economic aspects, and all the angles, all the possible angles. I have tried to add it. Hope it is also useful for prelims as well as mains, or even for your general understanding. Thank you very much for joining in this discussion. Thank you once again. Dhanyavad, Jai Hind. If you like this, you can please share with your fellow aspirants and even otherwise. So once again, Dhanyavad, Jai Hind. This is Shreyank Ranade. Thank you. Have a great day.